Yo, what's up guys? Today we're going to be reacting to Ice Spice Careers has 6 months left. Shout out this guy for the video idea. I'm reacting to him, so go check him out. Like and subscribe to him. I'm excited for this video. I wonder what's gonna happen. I wonder why they think her career has 6 months left. We'll find out.
Ice Spice's career has 6 months left. When I first saw this tweet, at first I was pretty confused. The Ice Spice I knew for the last 2 years was universally loved. Ever since she dropped Munch, she has been basically unstoppable. Her career would be filled with a bunch of quotable lyrics and even more catchy songs like Bikini Bottom and In Her Mood. She was basically the it girl for TikTok. And then once she dropped her Like EP and Boys a Liar Part 2, this would only skyrocket her popularity. And in just a year, she would get a collab song with Nicki Minaj and Taylor Swift, respectively. And for me personally, when I heard Deli off of her EP for the first time, I was like, oh yeah, she got something. And since then, I was kind of tapped in. I even stayed till the end credits when I went to go see the Barbie movie just to hear Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj's song in theaters. That shit was big.
Her song was in the movie theaters?
Like, that's how much I liked her music at the time. She would be
I sure went to see that.
Basically 2 years. I remember her being celebrated because she was one of the only new age rappers that wanted to rap every word with the microphone. I remember when she first went to Rolling Loud and everybody was like, all right, you kind of got something for your first performance.
Where the fuck my blunt? Where the fuck my cut? Where the fuck my
Everyone was giving her props, and she was basically set up to be the next superstar. Only downside was that her music was kind of starting to sound the same.
He's true on that one.
But that's when she would drop Pretty Girl with Remy, which was basically a complete switch up from her regular style.
Looking at you, got my eyes wide.
Unfortunately, that song wouldn't go crazy as her other hit. So basically, the next song would go back to her signature style. With the chorus being
that song went kind of hard.
Artist, Lotto. Thank you,
Who's Lotto?
Bitch.
You're not even the
fuck. I like that song.
This would then be one of her lead singles for her debut album.
I like that song.
She's been teasing since January.
And I bet that dog. And I bet that day.
This album was what all these moments were supposed
to
be.
Oh shit, daddy.
Albums are very important for new artists. It's supposed to showcase their ability to keep a listener captivated for a longer period than 30 minutes. Since all of her songs have been like 2 or 1 minute, had she kept me captivated for 30 minutes, I'd be like, oh, okay, she really got something. And that's usually what debut albums are for. This album was supposed to silence all of the talentless criticism Ice Spice would be getting for her entire career. But then her album would drop on July 26, 2024 and only sell 28,000 first week. And in the process of this buildup, she would lose 39 million Spotify listeners, which means that her old songs were beginning to lose a lot of traction. Now, I'm not one to preach sales equals the quality of music, but these songs were a 2-pack of ass.
The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
And then when a lot of YouTubers would begin the downfall of Ice Spice videos, you know, a classic tale of someone falling just as fast as they rose. Kind of like Dream. I mean, they both got the green going for them and the terrible fucking cover art. But I believe that the cracks in Ice Spice's career was always there since the beginning. I know, I'm pretty late to this topic, but I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna still give my opinion.
That was it?
2020.
That was it?
I lost 2 very important people in my life.
What?
It really wasn't.
Wait, nah, that can't be it. Oh yeah, it's not it.
The unfortunate thing about a lot of rappers who are adjacent to Ice Spice is that they're marketed as gimmicks with no real plan afterwards. Take rappers like 6ix9ine, Lil Pump,
Snitch,
example, Lil Mabu. These kind of rappers come up with a masterful gimmick that'll give them 1 to 2 solidified years of success. But unfortunately, they don't plan to pivot. Whether it's tunnel vision and believing that they can't fall off, or their overall talentless efforts, it usually ends up leading to their downfall. Take Tyler the Creator for an example.
Jesus this, Jesus that. Bitch, you never met Jesus.
A lot of people considered Goblin a gimmick when that dropped, calling it horrorcore because of all of its edgy lyrics and, you know, the shock value of the album. Had Tyler never had his evolution from Wolf all the way to Call Me If You Get Lost, we wouldn't have that extra appreciation for Tyler from when he was at his wildest. In Tyler's case, he was genuinely talented from the start. In rappers like Ice Spice's case, they're most likely not. You know, why not switch it up like
the poopy one? I'm as poopy, but I never smell. 21 Savage in my bed, sucking my god.
Artistic evolution for her. This is something that can be easily avoided though, as long as an artist is always looking to improve and expand on their craft. But the next situation would leave Ice Spice's perfect reputation scarred forever.
Oh shoot, what happened?
24, Ice Spice's former friend Baby Storm would take to Twitter to bash Ice Spice. For any rapper that raps alongside Nicki's fan base, the Barbs, extend their support to said artist. since Ice Spice was given the stamp of approval by Nicki Minaj herself as one of the good female artists, her fan base would.
I'm a good female
not
artist.
into female rap politics. She wouldn't really understand how messy things can get over there.
A lot on a dead mama. Lot on a dead mama.
A lot of female artists, unfortunately, do not like each other. And a lot of them, specifically, don't like Nicki. It comes from Nicki being one of the only female rappers to find success back in the early 2010s, and her feeling like that every female rapper is essentially a copy of her. That leads to just a battle of the egos. So Nicki approving of Ice Spice and giving her the name of Princess of Rap was a great feat. Well, Baby Storm would have flipped this on.
Who is Baby Storm? I've never heard of her in my
Ice
life.
Spice calling Nicki Minaj ungrateful and delusional. The text messages would further show Ice
Fight.
Spice talking about how she only collaborated with Nicki because it's her brand. She would later claim that Nicki was jealous of her because she owns the masters to her music. But the reason that she did all of this is because she believed Ice Spice to be a fake friend and a bad person, having known her since high school. This and the next part are really important. Remember this. She would then later say, "This is Cleo," with a photo of Ice Spice next to a girl named Cleo Trappa. The girl she chose to be her best friend.
Who are these girls?
Me behind the scenes. That sounds like a villain monologue. Cleo and her are not really best friends. Ice Spice has always hated Cleo, but she used her to appear closer to blackness. She also lied about being Nigerian. She stole that from me. She's taking my melanin.
Ice Spice is also
He's taking my money.
I seen her tweet though about it.
Just give me my money. 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 Just give me my money.
Riot, you know, the guy that you hear on all of her songs.
wipe me do. Oh.
The rapper Lil TJ.
Lil T.
January 2023 actually got.
They know each other?
Gun possession on his way to an Ice Spice music shoot. Oh,
Damn.
wait. Speaking of cheating, around the beginning of July of 2024, claims and rumors of Central C and Ice Spice dating would begin to circulate.
This guy's talking about everything. Shout out him.
Together, which in most situations means absolutely fucking nothing. But in this situation, it would lead a lot of
Don't cuss there, buddy.
like
Psych nah.
Central C. One Central C's ex-girlfriend, Madeline,
She's hot,
and revealed
but not hotter than Ice
she
Spice.
actually admitted to cheating through the song lyrics of "Did It Again." I keep coming with stupid excuses, like I was juicing, tripped, and fell in. I'ma take the risk DMing, and I don't know, cause these chicks
Be telling.
At the minute, I'm hitting some risky rimming, and I clearly ain't learned my lesson. With the verse transitioning back into the chorus of
If he cheating, I'm
Doing worse.
with the whole song essentially being about the cheating scandal, and fans were not pleased about
Are they still
at all.
dating?
These rumors would only heighten both of their popularity, essentially because Central C was trying to expand more into the American audience, and obviously Ice Spice because she's about to drop a fucking debut album. This controversy would be the next crack in her career. Fast forward to July 26, 2024, Ice Spice would drop her debut album Y2K, and would be met with a mass amount of criticism. To the lead up of her album, when she was asked to freestyle by the streamer Kai Cenat, she would bend over and start twerking, basically avoiding the freestyle at all. Akin to Coi Leray when she started twerking mid XXL freestyle. At least with Coi, she had a little bit to say. Ice Spice didn't say shit. She heard freestyle and was like, this would cause a lot of people to point out the fact, again, that she was talentless, and only made it this far because of her fat ass. And the sound of the debut album would only further this narrative, to be honest. Upon my first listening, it was shit. The only songs I liked were either previous songs that already released or songs with features. There was only one new solo song I liked, and it was the last track. The album was filled with repetitive beat, repetitive lyric, overall a really weak flow for a lot of the songs.
came up out the hood, yeah, I got super lit.
Like, some of these beats were so good, but it just didn't sound like she even gave a shit on some of this.
Diamonds keep on dissing, got a stupid wrist.
The songs had the same elements as every other song that's blown up from her, but it lacked the energy. Due to the disappointment within this album, fans on Twitter would begin turning on her and making fun of her appearance as Scat King. Threads with thousands of likes for why the album was a flop
Y2K.
to surface. With this Twitter user stating, the issue with Ice Spice is that nothing is behind her. Her lyrics haven't improved, her songs are still shallow, and she's essentially a fucking gimmick with no personality. With Y2K only verifying these claims, people were throwing at her for months. I mean, with the backing of the Swifties and the Barbs, how do you
Swifties and
But
Barbs.
this would not be the end of the toxic gossip train. If anything, it got completely worse. Remember how earlier in the video I told you to remember Cleo Trappa? Yeah, this is where that becomes important. On September 3rd, Cleo Trappa would come forward and call Ice Spice out for unfair treatment during her tour, which would come as a complete shock to me because I didn't even know Ice Spice was on a fucking tour.
You
It actually
is?
turned out that everything that Baby Storm was alleging was actually true, and Ice Spice really
Damn.
did not treat this girl like a good friend. Like, at all.
Nobody should make you feel less than or make you feel like shit because they gave you an opportunity.
The story goes like this. Ice Spice would invite Cleotrapa onto her tour one day before the tour was supposed to begin. This obviously is a really inconvenient time for anyone, you know, for a multiple month commitment.
Leo, come on tour with me. I miss you. And I'm just like, girl, I'm not about to come on tour with you and watch you perform all month. Like, I got a nigga. I got what I could be doing. I could be getting money. I have opportunities in New York. I have brand deals. I have things that I need to focus on.
But due to Cleo believing that they were friends, Ice Spice was able to convince her to come out and be the opening performer. Cleo was taken aback due to how little they talked about making anything together.
We never chilled on some like chill shit, bro. It was always like in the blogs the next day and the song is dropping too. So it was like, what? This girl kind of uses me for her rollout.
But unfortunately, once Cleo got onto stage and got on this tour and everything, the bigger picture started to be
What happened?
when she would actually get on tour, she would be sent out on stage before the show was even advertised to start. On the website, it'd say something like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Yeah, Cleo's being sent out 7:30, meaning she's performing to fucking nobody. Cleo wasn't allowed to bring anyone with her and wasn't even listed on the lineup, even though Ice Spice previously promised that Cleo would stay with her. But unfortunately, she actually was not given a place to stay, a dressing room, or hell, even inclusion with the team meals whilst on the road with everybody.
So I'm just like, what do I have to pay for? Nothing. You're gonna be with me. You're good. You're gonna be with me. I didn't have a room. I was told I was gonna be with her, but I didn't have a room.
She was essentially separated from everybody else, which isn't an uncommon practice. Like, it is an industry standard to not really talk with the opener like every single day of the tour. But if Ice and Cleo are supposed to be the best friends that they were advertised as, why wouldn't Ice Spice treat her as such? Cleo would then claim that when she was on stage, her debit card was being used to purchase designer items, whilst also getting absolutely no compensation for any that she was doing.
Damn.
Ice Spice would just randomly stop talking to her, which led Cleo to befriend a stylist after essentially being all alone.
I would leave.
I am a personal stylist, and I was hired as a backup stylist for Ice Spice.
That Ice Spice 2.0.
Everything that Cleo was saying is dead ass true. Is dead ass true. I get with Spice. I see she type got an attitude, so I asked her like, "What's up? Like, you good?" type shit. Like, she like, "Oh yeah, I'm cool. It's just Cleo black ass doing too much." I'm like, "Damn, hold up." She was like, "Bitches gotta go. They asking for too much. Like, I'm really tired of her black ass."
She would then show a text exchange that she would have at Ice Spice where she expressed her grievances, and Ice Spice would essentially take no accountability for what happened and would actually diss her on a public Twitter
Damn.
You not gonna tell the people how we was at an Italian restaurant and you ate so much food you fucking vacuum that the server was like, where did the food go? You talking about some, she ain't let me to the back of her room on her tour bus. She had this big ass room. Bitch, can I play with my pussy one time?
Ice Spice is a professional gooner. Who would have known? This would then
Let me hear that.
criticism going her big, which
She was
one time.
playing with her Gucci.
this would then invite against her that she would lose 540,000 followers in just 12 days. I personally
Wait, where's the Gooch part?
Ice Spice is a professional gooner. Who would have known? This would then invite a bunch of criticism going her way. Claims of her being on Ozempic, which has been circulating to have helped celebrities such as Drake with weight loss, which would then lead her to release her workout routine as if that did fucking anything. This would then invite the same criticism we've been seeing throughout her entire career and would eventually turn so many people against her that she would lose 540,000 followers in just 12 days. I personally believe that Cleo handled this situation the best way that she could.
You're not being my friend, so I'm going to make more friends. Like, girl, it's like she wanted me to be miserable and alone, and it just didn't happen because that's not what God had planned for me.
She made the most of her experience, and then when she was given the chance, she expressed her grievances with her supposed best friend, who should have been able to understand where she was coming from, but instead just brushed her off. And due to Ice Spice's meteoric rise, it seems like her ego has completely taken over, and she's become blind to her eventual fall off. All in all, Baby Storm seemed to be right since the beginning and foreshadowed the final crack in Ice Spice's career. In conclusion, I believe that this is the most crucial moment in Ice Spice's career. Not getting the Taylor feature, not performing at an award show, no, right here. I mean, really, when you're being faced with controversy. When people pointed out that there was a 16-year-old twerking in her music video, she seemed to handle that controversy well, and everybody just fucking forgot. Now that she doesn't really have the privilege of multiple fan bases covering up the scandals for her anymore, she's faced with a decision. Either
16-year-old twerking in your music video, you should go to jail for life.
off the success she's already gotten and gimmick her way back down to the bottom, or apologize to Cleo and Baby Storm, take genuine accountability, and show us that she is actually talented. You know, switch it up, bro. It's time. Now, I will say, if you make another song as hard as Deli, then maybe I'll forgive you for everything. She a baddie, she showing her panties. She shaking like jelly, damn. I'm recording this after I've already recorded the video, but I thought that this would be a really cool ending. Guys, if Ice Spice doesn't fix what I said in the video and listen to me and me only, her career is only gonna have 6 months left.
Ice Spice really plays with the gooch. Like and subscribe. Me want food.